Dougie, snow is falling on Foxborough, Massachusetts, home to the New England Patriots and Drake May, a superstar in year number 2 and in the MVP conversation. He's got his Patriots ready to roll, and he will be chased around all afternoon by Will Anderson Jr., the stud defensive end, the edge rusher for the Texans. His quarterback is C.J. Stroud. He's getting all ready to go. It's a divisional playoff game on ESPN ABC.
The Patriots are going to be Super Bowl champions again. Yes, it's a dynasty.
Big dogs come out in January. We said all along, you got to be willing to spill some blood.
The Texans 0-6 in the divisional round.
Hey, how about the Texans? That's just one. We got to go get a few more.
I got nothing to give, nothing to lose.
Don't let the moment be too big for you to make a play. Not be afraid of excellence. We ain't laying down for nobody. It's our first step, man. It's not going to be it for us. It can't be. Ain't nobody like us. We too special, man. I like us.
Welcome to ESPN's divisional kickoff presented by Prime. It's the Houston Texans taking on the New England Patriots at Foxborough Gillette Stadium. As of this very moment, there are 6 teams left standing in this tournament, if you want to call it that. We know that the Broncos are waiting for the winner of this game. They're the #1 seed in the AFC. On the other side, the Seahawks took apart the 49ers last night, and they await the winner of the Rams and the Bears tonight. And now welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck. That's the Hall of Famer, Troy Aikman. It's going to be some fun here this afternoon, no doubt about it. For the Texans, Troy, they roll into this game having won 10 straight games. They've never won a divisional playoff game in their franchise history. So if they're going to go to that day in Denver next week, you have to believe they're going to do it on the strength of their defense.
Well, there's no doubt. It's why they're here. And you look back at last week's win against the Pittsburgh Steelers in the wild card round, the defense, of course, did their part. And as good as they've been all season long defensively, they've been even better when they've played on the road. And it's important for C.J. Stroud to recognize that. Last week, not a great outing for him, turned the ball over. When you have a defense as good as what his is, you know you're not going to have to score a lot of points. With that said, I'm curious to see what offensive coordinator Nick Caley comes out with to begin this game, to see if they can't put last week behind C.J. Stroud and get him off to a fast start. All
right, let's talk about the New England Patriots. They won 14 games during the regular season, and that's the most ever in the history of the league for a team coming off back-to-back 4-win seasons. They've been fantastic. Mike Vrabel, Drake May in the MVP conversation. He's going to have his biggest test of the season here this afternoon.
Yeah, he's been exceptional all year long here in his second season. He has played like an MVP. He's gotten the deep ball back in the offense. I do think he comes into this game much more relaxed than he would have been last week, having gotten a playoff victory under his belt. The good thing for him has been the fact that they've been able to get the running game going here over the last month. Are they going to run the ball effectively tonight? We'll find out. But if they can be balanced, that's going to help take some of the pressure off of Drake May against this outstanding Houston defense.
Yeah, these are 2 teams that did not allow a touchdown, either one of them, in the wild card round. We get set for football. You are watching ESPN's divisional kickoff presented by Prime. Houston Texans take the field before this divisional playoff game here in Foxborough. As we'll send it down to the field, check in with Lisa Selters for more on the Patriots. Our Taco Bell pregame insight. Lisa.
Well, Joe, the Patriots are starting Steady Eddie at quarterback today. That's how offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels refers to 23-year-old Drake May and the poise he's shown all season, no matter how big the stage. May told us what he felt last week in his first playoff game was the potential finality that comes with it, that it could be their last game. What he learned was that part of trying to win the game is not losing it. Don't put your defense in bad situations. The Patriots have been saying all week that they've got to play this game on their terms, which means avoiding difficult down and distance situations and protecting the football, something they did not do against the Chargers with 2 turnovers. End every drive with a kick, Drake May said, even if it's a punt. For more on Houston, here's Laura Rutledge.
Well, thank you, Lisa. And Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud will be without the Pro Bowl wide receiver, his favorite target, Nico Collins. The Texans just told me he's out due to a concussion, of course, that he is symptom-free now. You see him here. He was able to fly here. They do anticipate, if they win, that he would return next week. But Nick Caley, the offensive coordinator, going to get creative. They're going to lean on Christian Kirk, who's coming off a career performance in the wild card round. Also look for increased roles out of Jalen Knoll, Xavier Hutchinson, Jaden Higgins, but no one diminishing the absence of Nico Collins. Christian Kirk telling me that Nico is the reason why we're even here. We've had to lean on him so much in so many games. Today, the goal, win this game for Nico. Joe?
All right, Laura, thank you, and thank Lisa. Stay warm, stay dry. Drake May and the Patriots about to take the field. We'll take a break and come back with more from Foxborough after this. As we welcome you back for this divisional playoff game, the Patriots taking the field. Last week, their first playoff game here since Tom Brady's last game as a Patriot in the 2019 season. Time now to send it to our public address announcer, Mike Riley.
Fans, if you are able, please rise and remove your hats. Presenting today's colors are members of the Foxborough Fire Department Honor Guard. And performing today's anthem, a celebrated tenor whose voice has filled opera houses around the world. From Franklin, Mass., Fran Rogers.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The NFL is sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. With TurboTax, Now Taxes is matching with a trusted expert who can make a game plan based on your unique needs. Now this is Taxes.
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
5 degrees. The stadium is electric.
4 quarters away from the conference championship. You can feel that tension throughout the stadium.
Cindy, ready on drums.
Ain't no long talk today, yo. All it is you win it.
Game time, this is it. On the grind off the rip. When we hit, whole season comes down to this. Flick of the wrist, spin and twist. we can't miss. Snoop out.
Can't bring him down. Highlight reel. Touchdown. Patriots. Downfield. He's got it. Touchdown. We welcome you to ESPN's divisional playoff presented by Intuit TurboTax. It's that kind of day here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Foggy, snow, rain, a wintry mix, as they would say. And D'Amico Ryans in year number 3 as head coach of the Texans. He's taken his team into the playoffs each of the 3 years. Have never won in this round in franchise history. Nico Collins is out with the concussion, and the #1 defense able to flex in that wild card game at Pittsburgh, just allowing 2 field goals, and the defense scored 2 touchdowns. For Mike Vrabel, his first season back as head coach, former Patriots linebacker. You see the regular season wins, 14 after back-to-back 4-win seasons for New England. Drake May, 23 years old and #1 in passer rating, and a team that is very confident coming in with their defense, coming up with 6 sacks in that wild card playoff win here last Sunday night against the Chargers. Glad you're with us. Houston deferred as they won the toss, and that means the Patriots get the ball to start the afternoon. Kyle Williams and Dearness Johnson waiting for the kick from Kaimi Fairbairn. And Drake May will be presented with his toughest test, taking on this #1 defense in the NFL of the Houston Texans. On the stop, and here comes C.J. Stroud. You talk about atypical for a guy who has protected the ball extremely well in his young NFL career. Last week with the 5 fumbles was stunning at Pittsburgh.
Oh, man. Yeah, pretty wild. 5 fumbles, lost a couple of them, had an interception in the red zone, his first of the year as well. Fortunately for him, his defense played outstanding, had a couple of scores themselves, but he's had a long week.
No score early. Each team has had the ball once. We're still looking for our first down of the game. Matt Burke took over the play calling on defense week 4. Josh McDaniels, his 3rd stint with New England, of a tail of the tape mismatch when it comes to franchise playoff history for the Texans. 0-6 in this round. The Patriots 16-6. Patriots trying to get to their 16th conference championship, and the Texans trying to get to their 1st.
Well, Gillette Stadium and these fans certainly know what championship football is all about. And to a man, these players all talked about how electric this crowd was last week in that wild card round against the Chargers, and they came today prepared for a celebration.
So it's the Patriots ball, and we look at this last drive and a couple of big plays, including a Ramondre Stevenson 20-yard run.
Yeah, 2 big plays set up the touchdown, or 1 big play with the run there, and then the touchdown to Demario Douglas on 4th and 1. And you know, that's going to be key. If you get big plays, you're going to come away with some points. And just an excellent job of execution. Like I mentioned, Bullock was in pretty good coverage. Just even though he got his fingers on the ball, just not enough to knock it out.
Fans get ready for the 2026 NFL Pro Bowl games powered by Verizon. Watch the league's top stars face off. AFC versus NFC flag football showdown. Catch all the action on ESPN and Disney XD Tuesday, February 3rd. That's Super Bowl week at 8 o'clock Eastern. You see the Pro Bowlers on each side, and now in this 7-3 game, it's going to be 3rd down and less than 1 for May, who was the leading rusher for the Patriots last week against the Chargers in their career. And you know how many games Brady played? 48. 133 rush yards. He just won championships along the way. And for Drake May, he's played 2 and he's carried it for 78.
I'd take those Lombardi trophies over those yards any day. And I know Tom's watching, and he will too.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Play work at the Houston 48. Coming up on the All-State halftime, first half takeaways with SVP Ryan Clark, Jason Kelsey, and Marcus Spears. And a CFP National Championship preview. Hurricanes and Hoosiers tomorrow night across all of the ESPN platforms. First down, Texans in the playoffs under D'Amico Ryans. They've been good in that wild card round. But they have struggled in the divisional. 2 years ago, they lost to the Ravens. Last year, they lost to the Chiefs. This year in the wild card round, they beat the Steelers, and what's it going to be against the Patriots today? It doesn't help when your offense has 4 turnovers. The good side for Houston, they've given up only 7 points. The Patriots get a 23-yard return by Marcus Jones after a 58-yard punt. The divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax conclude tonight with the Rams and the Bears at a very cold Soldier Field at 6:30 Eastern on NBC. And of course, next Sunday, don't miss the AFC Championship game on CBS at 3, followed by the NFC Championship game on Fox at 6:30. The winner of this game will be in Denver to take on the Broncos in this first half. And we will welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Right now, it just feels to me, and I don't know about you, but like Houston is just trying to hang on right now. And right now, it's that defense out there trying to get a stop here before the half.
You know, I'm from a hometown of Henrietta where Jim Shoulders is from, world-class champion cowboy. They're trying to hold on for 8 seconds. I mean, is what they're trying to do because, you know, it has kind of gotten away from them, and yet this defense has been able to hold them in it. If they don't give up any points here before this half, I mean, that's big. You hate to say it, but down 11 points and getting the ball in the second half. Now, there's a lot of discussion that's going to have to take place in the locker room to straighten this out.
And it's picked off by Jamarcus Ingram. And I guess a fitting end to this first half here in Foxborough, an 11-point Patriots lead. We'll send it down to Lisa Salters.
Mike, 4 interceptions from your defense. Just what are you seeing from the D right now?
Well, I mean, they're keeping us in this thing right now. Again, we knew it was going to be tough. We're going to have to get some turnovers. We're going to have to take advantage of the turnovers.
Drake May has 3 fumbles, 1 loss. What will you say to him in the locker room?
Hang on to the football and protect the quarterback.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Lisa. 21-10 game at the half. Texans get the ball to start the second half. A lot to talk about in those locker rooms. Stay tuned. The All-State halftime comes your way next. Today's first half highlights are presented by Target. It's a divisional playoff game. Stroud, end zone, Kirk, touchdown. That ball is up for grabs, picked off, back the other way in for the touchdown. End zone, the touchdown, Diggs.
That's a big-time catch.
At Target, wellness is perfectly picked for you. And we will welcome you back to ESPN's divisional playoff presented by Intuit TurboTax. We are about 22 miles southwest of the city of Boston in Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the Patriots have an 11-point lead at the half. And the Texans about to start the second half with the football. As Borregales will kick away. And both Jalen Knoll and Braxton Berrios are waiting for it for Houston. Out to the 35 it will come, and we'll send it down to Laura Rutledge, who caught up with D'Amico Ryans.
D'Amico, what's crucial for C.J. Stroud to get back in this game here?
Yeah, the main thing C.J. just needs to understand, this team has his back. All right, first half is over. As bad as it looked, we still have a second half out here to go finish. We come out with the right mindset, positive attitude, make the plays we need to make. We can be right back in this game.
All right, thank you, D'Amico.
All right, thank you.
Joe.
Still smiling after a frustrating first half, no doubt, and now it's on his offense to figure it out. His defense is doing what his defense does. The offense has not done really anything, and they have not been able to run the ball at all. They hand to Marks, and he gets 2. And we will welcome you back inside the broadcast booth. Joe Buck along with the Hall of Famer Troy Aikman. And I'll just simply ask you, if you were in the locker room with the Texans offense at the break, what would you have said?
Well, the thing that they have to do is they have got to run the football. They had 8 yards rushing in the first half, less than 1 yard per carry average. That was 2 yards, so that's double what they had done in there in the first half. But they have no chance of winning this football game if they don't run the ball better than they did there in the first half. And they just got to take it, it's cliche, but just one play at a time.
Here's a throw at Jalen Knoll. We are in New England. It is a raw day here on January 18th. Divisional playoff game. Texans ball down 8. Swarm City defense for the Houston Texans. They had that brilliant game at Pittsburgh today. 21 points allowed, but they've been outstanding after their offense has turned the ball over. 3rd downs last week, 2 for 14. 3rd downs in this game, 1 for 10. That's what they've held the Patriots to after shutting down the Steelers, and now it's Houston's ball at their own 41, down 8. At the moment, 6 teams remain alive in the playoff picture around the National Football League. The 2 number 1 seeds have advanced to the conference championship game. The winner of this game will head to Denver. The winner of the game tonight between the Rams and the Bears will go to Seattle. 2nd down and 10 for Drake May, who swings it out to his right. Stevenson is dragged down by To'o. And if you don't know by now, then you have like a rotary phone, because we found out late last night Sean Payton came back to the podium and told everybody that it was a break in the ankle for Bo Nix, and that means that Jarrett Stidham, a former 4th round pick by these Patriots, is expected to start the AFC champ game. It'll be his 5th career start, his first appearance in the playoffs, trying to get the Broncos to the Super Bowl. May. Drake May back to work. Time now for our game recap, brought to you by New Balance. This, the pick 6. Ball up for grabs. And Marcus Jones took it 26 yards for the score. Strong catch by Stephon Diggs for a touchdown. And here's this one-handed grab by Kayshon Boutte. Just a thing of beauty. And this is a 12-point game. Patriots ball. Houston 1 timeout. New England very close to stamping their ticket for a Sunday game in Denver next week. Pretty hard. And Tom Brady was when he became a starter for the New England Patriots at 24. And then that was what happened after Tom Brady became a starter here with the New England Patriots. Definitely a dynasty. And it's just an incredible run. And as I stand next to you and have for 24 years now, I think about you and appreciating the job that Tom Brady did and Bill Belichick did, and the sustained excellence that they've had here with this Patriots organization.
Yeah, I think even the fans know how hard it is, but unless you've been in the arena and you've done it, you really don't fully appreciate what they accomplished. It's pretty remarkable. And we were talking about these fans. You know, they got to a point where it was an expectation, and finally last week in that win in the wild card game against the Chargers, this crowd showed up and they were at a different energy level, much like they have been tonight.
That's what he did, saying, okay, we're going to put this in, and we're going to be in the victory formation, coming off the last year with Belichick, the one and only year with Gerard Mayo. And they flipped it here in 2025. First year for Mike Vrabel, a former all-pro linebacker with New England in 07. Yards per attempt. And when you're doing that in a Patriots franchise history and you've got Brady on the list, you're doing something. These are the top 2 MVP candidates. One is playing here in Foxborough. The other one is playing with a sprained index finger on his throwing hand in frozen Chicago tonight.
Well, that's going to be an interesting vote for the league MVP. I don't think you can go wrong with either guy. I think they're both very deserving, and kudos to Matthew Stafford for the year that he had.
That's it. Game over. Patriots win it 28-16. Playoff picture is set in the AFC. The top two seeds will meet in Denver. The New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. Broncos will be without Bo Nix. Jarrett Stidham will make that start for Denver. Former fourth-round pick by New England. And Drake May, it wasn't a pretty game, Troy, for this New England team at times, but May made the throws when he needed to. He ended up with 3 touchdown passes to 3 different receivers, and when they needed Drake May to make a throw, he did, and they're moving on.
Yeah, the guys that needed to make the plays when they needed to make them, they came through, and that's really kind of been the story for their entire year. They now immediately look forward to the matchup next week in Denver. And Joe, I believe Jarrett Stidham's going to come out and have a heck of a game. I think Sean Payton, we all know him and what he's capable of doing within a game plan. I expect he's going to put something together, and Jarrett Stidham's going to come out and give the New England Patriots all they want, and it's going to be one heck of an AFC championship game. With both organizations well ahead of their rebuild from when these coaches took over.
I'm with you. I think Sean Payton likes a challenge, doesn't he? I mean, he wants Bo Nix out there. That's obvious. But he's got Jarrett Stidham. He's been there. He's been in that system. He will have Jarrett Stidham ready to play to the best of his abilities in that game on Sunday against New England. Former Patriot Jake Andrews there with a handshake. And we'll go down to Lisa Salters.
Thank you, Joe. Drake, welcome to New England Patriots playoff football. Just how would you describe this one?
Yeah, just proud of the guys. You know, battle of the elements. This is New England. This is what we try to embrace. We want to embrace it all season long. Props to our defense. You know, played a hell of a game. We got to protect the football better, but we made enough plays to win it.
Yeah, 4 fumbles, 2 lost by you. I know you weren't happy about that, but how were you able to put it behind you and just respond?
Yeah, it's easier when you're still winning. So that's why I kept reminding the guys we're still ahead on the scoreboard, and that's what matters. You know, we made enough plays to come up with the win, and like I said, our defense kept on playing and helped us out a lot.
Yeah, what impressed you about your defense? You talked about executing when it counted, but also just relying on them. Just what impressed you tonight about what they were able to do?
They bring it every week. You know, they're great up front. They're great in the back end. They got great linebacker play. It's fun to watch, and we can help them out some more. But just proud of the guys. Enjoy this one, and we're back on the road.
Drake, you're 23 years old, just 2 years in the league. You're heading to the AFC Championship game. I know you probably haven't had a whole lot of time to reflect upon that, but just what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means we're winning. That's what matters. Haven't had a lot of time to reflect on it because we're on the go. We're on the go. We keep going, and just proud of these guys. It was fun in here. The atmosphere was great. Hate we're not playing back here, but look, we're on the road, and we got a big one.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, guys.
Lisa, thank you. He is the pride of his dad, Mark, who was a college quarterback in North Carolina in the 80s. His mom, Amy. His brothers, Luke, Cole, and Bo. The entire family is here. They'll celebrate with him. The only one who's not here is his brother, Luke, who left after the wild card game to go back to Japan, where he plays pro basketball. It was a little after 5 a.m. on Monday at kickoff in Japan. And that May family has to be very proud of that young man, 23 years old. And he's got the New England Patriots headed for a championship game in Denver. Got to be pretty special to think about that combination right there. Mike Vrabel, year number 1 as the Patriots head coach, was waiting for his quarterback to come back in, and that shot in the tunnel has we've seen that a lot with Mike Vrabel waiting to welcome his players back to the locker room. They got something special going on here in Foxborough.
Yeah, they really do. And as someone who's ran up that tunnel after a divisional win, knowing you're going to the conference championship game, what an amazing feeling that is. Brings back a lot of fond memories for myself. And to see Drake May doing it for the first time, to see Mike Vrabel doing it for the first time as the head coach, this is a special moment for the New England Patriots.
Well, our Monday Night Football season will conclude here on a Sunday evening. It's been a blast. It's been so much fun. And it's the New England Patriots who win it, and they're moving on. This has been a presentation of the NFL playoffs on ESPN and ABC. College basketball is next on ESPN. World News Tonight next on ABC. For all of us, we say so long, and we look forward to what's to come next year, a Super Bowl season here at ESPN ABC and the Walt Disney Company.